Yo, Skirt Bag, how are you?
Dude, that was the best segue I've ever been a part of.
Hey, sometimes I just
That
do
was
like that.
great. That was talent, dude. I should bring my mic closer to me, huh?
If you want.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. He said, "You know what'll change your mood? Click, and we're live."
Yeah, I mean, how could you be in a bad mood? We're recording a podcast for the
No,
random moments.
I'm actually in a fantastic mood after that string of Champions League I just witnessed.
Oof, I know. I
Dude,
missed.
oh my god.
So I didn't have the game on. I was on a call, and then I put the game on. It's 1-1. And then my mom shows up to drop Daphne off, and I missed everything.
Tough, dude.
Scenes.
So
Yeah.
I was working, so I just had it on from the start.
Yeah.
And Mbappe scored one offsides goal, and then I was like, it didn't look offsides in real time, so I was just like, dude, don't let it be this. Like, don't let this happen. And then they called it back, and it's like, oh, dude, we're still live. Let's go. And then like 10 minutes later, he scored a real goal, and I was like, dude, come on. He actually scored two offsides goals, but yeah, he scored his one goal, and I was like, fuck, dude, like I'm real nervous. Like we're gonna have to dig ourselves out of a hole now, but there's no away goal, so.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't matter because you won straight up on aggregate anyway.
Right, but like at that time in the game, I was like, all right, we don't need to worry about away goals. Just bag
right,
two, send it to
right,
PKs.
right.
So, and then Benzema scored in the second half, or it might have been, no, it was in the second half, and I was like, oh, this is false hope. I already know it. Mbappe's gonna put in another one, or some shit's gonna happen. And then like 10 minutes later, he scored his second one on, like, it was just a fucking beauty.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, dude, like we're back in it, like let's go. I was like getting all hyped up. I was on like a training, but I was muted, so I was like sitting there, I was like, let's go, like screaming. And then not even 15 seconds later, the kickoff happens. I look up Carl, I'm texting Carl this whole time, and he's like, oh shit, like you guys are back in it.
Yeah.
And then he's like half a second ahead of me, so he just texted me all in caps, holy shit, ha 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 ha. So I was like, no, dude, what the fuck happened? And then I see Benzema going down the field, and he puts one away like on a nice little one touch, tucks it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just went nuts, dude. I went fucking berserk.
That Benzema third goal in the hat trick, it was like first touch outside the foot, tucked it in the corner. Woo!
From like, dude, that was from like 18 yards,
18,
dude. Yeah. And I just went nuts, bro. It was fucking awesome. So that just lifted my whole day. I had a good day regardless, but that was fucking incredible. I haven't had like a passionate feeling of that towards one of my sports teams, and I feel so long.
Yeah, that's what happens when there's no Yanks and the Eagles stink.
No Yanks. Eagles got tossed in the first round. The Knicks just are hopeless. The Flyers are also hopeless. But what'd you get into this weekend?
Podcast isn't hopeless. That's No,
this podcast is rocking, dude.
I gotta stop being a bum, if we're being honest, and I gotta start putting our shit on YouTube. Because dude, if we could get our shit on like TikTok and get the people on the TikTok, especially when we do these episodes when we're just riffing, some of the shit we got is funny.
I know, dude. And so we posted 3 clips before on our TikTok, and they both had like for our first videos with no following or anything, they both broke like 1,200 views and over 100 likes.
Okay, so yeah, I'll stop being a bum.
People just love watching podcast clips on TikTok.
Okay. I think that's where we find our people.
Yeah, dude. Hey.
Honestly, I want to get a new software, right?
For podding?
Yeah. I want something where we record our shit, right? And it's all in one spot. We can edit it in that same thing if we want to. And we can post it from there to Apple, to Spotify, to wherever, to fucking YouTube, right there. And then we should be able to go back in there and edit it and stuff.
We'll have to do some like digging into some shit like that, dude, because it definitely exists. But also like we gotta upgrade our equipment at some point. Like if we don't sound bad. Like our podcast doesn't sound bad. Like the audio doesn't sound that bad. But like when you listen to like
a real
Talking
podcast?
Baseball or like Barstool Sports, well, they have like studios built for them, so obviously it's gonna sound better. Right. But it's such a difference, dude. Like the clarity and shit is such a difference.
I wish we lived closer. And
I know.
Like in the same town.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I wish we were neighbors.
Because like if we had a studio, like I feel like you need to have technology that is like central, right? Like it's as soon as you start to do like the streaming, like the sound quality is gonna go down. I feel like.
Well, see, the thing is, dude, we could have that sound. It's just the equipment is like thousands of dollars.
Don't
and it's like
have thousands of dollars.
Don't have thousands of dollars, and our podcast isn't really at the point to where that's gonna like. We don't have a big enough audience to where that's gonna matter. You know what I mean? Like most of the people listening now are like our friends, a few random stragglers.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah! So, shout out random stragglers and our friends. You guys rock.
Random Stragglers podcast. Friends, all right.
Appreciate the people that come out here and listen because, like, honestly, I'm just doing this thing for fun for the most part.
Yeah, dude. Like it's just like our weekly fucking get on here and just talk about nothing, be stupid for 2 hours.
Yeah, we get drunk and high on it. Other people that do it, they do their shit serious. I saw a clip on Twitter today from I don't know what it was from. I think the Barstool Philly account tweeted it, but it was a clip of Ronan and Smitty, so it might have been first time, long time. And they're like drinking their coffee, like starting their day. You know what I mean? Like they're it's like they're like actually at work. This is my break away from work. I get fucked up.
Yeah, but also Barstool is like not really like Roan says it all the time. He's like, this isn't really like a job. He's like, I come in here, we talk into microphones with our friends and fuck off for like 4 hours, and that's our work day.
Facts. I'm just saying, like they like approach it differently. Like they're in a different mindset than us. Right. They're doing it.
Unless they're having like, have you ever watched the Yak where it's like Big Cat, Roan, Sass, and like 7 other guys? They just bring random people up from Barstool and sometimes Nick and KB. It's like a daily radio show where they do it from like 1 to 2, and they just they don't have like they don't do anything. They just do funny ass shit. Like they just randomly, like they'll have like a wheel generator online and they'll put all their names in. They'll just be like, all right, today we're doing a wet wheel. And like whoever like loses the wheel spin has to go stand in the shower, like fully clothed. Ooh. And it's just like, they just turned like that came up randomly one day and they just turn shit like that into like part of their show. They do it like daily or weekly or whatever. And they'll do like drafts and stuff. And I was like, dude, that's like so much more entertaining than like classic radio where you have to sit there and fucking be like, you know, censored and you can't fucking, it's just not as fun or not as good.
Yeah.
Like uncensored content. And I've said this my whole life, dude. Like, I think that's why I love like Family Guy and Rick and Morty and stuff like that, because it's not just like sitcom comedy where it's like you can throw it on ABC at 7 p.m. for your family to sit down and watch.
Right. It's got to be PG.
Just like, right. It's not as funny. And it's
fuck
just
that
not
shit.
As,
I want to be rated R.
Yeah. Speaking of, dude, this isn't rated R, but it kind of reminded me of it. The Batman movie is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Did it just come out?
Clay and I saw it. It came out Friday. We went Thursday night and saw it. And I have been thinking about it since then. Like I plan on going to see it again. One of the best movies I've ever seen. It's really for me, it's the best Batman movie that they've made. Robert Pattinson is my Batman.
Was this also the best Spider-Man?
I think a lot of people would say yes. This might be a hot take. It probably is a hot take. Maybe not to some. I think the Batman is better than Spider-Man.
Just like in general?
Just like
or this Batman is better
this
than
Batman is this Batman movie is better than the newest Spider-Man movie.
What's the best Spider-Man?
I grew up with Toby.
I know. I don't know if I've seen them all, but like I like the OG a lot, and it's like the OG is like when the movie starts, you don't know that he's Spider-Man.
Well, I mean,
well, you do because you're going to see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But like he's just a regular dude when that movie starts, and he becomes Spider-Man. It's like it's his origin story.
I mean, yeah, but that's true for the other two as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, the other two Spider-Mans?
Yeah, Andrew Garfield, like the second Spider-Man, it's his origin story too. Like he's in a lab and he gets bit by a spider and he becomes Spider-Man. And then Tom Holland. Well, actually, Tom Holland, it doesn't really tell you how he becomes Spider-Man. Like he doesn't have Tom Holland doesn't really have an origin story, but like from the first Spider-Man that he is Spider-Man, like, you know, it's not like he's jumping right into the event. Like he's not an Avenger already. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this Batman movie, dude, it's not Batman. It's not a Batman movie. It's like a dark, not true crime, obviously, but it's like a dark crime movie. Like it's more like he's like helping the cops like do detective work, and the cops don't want him because he's a freak. He's a fucking guy in a bat suit. And also it's his second year ever of being Batman. So it's like fresh Batman, like when Batman first starts, and he's like still trying to figure out how to be Batman. And he's not like he's obviously not like the best Batman he could be, because, you know, he's like in a really dark place, emotionally and mentally, and he's just like narrating pretty much his own story. Dude, it was fucking phenomenal. Like, it's 3 hours long, so it's a long ass movie, but it felt like 15 minutes to me. It was so fucking good.
There's a movie theater nearby. Maybe Saturday. It's supposed to be shitty out. Lex and I wanted to go to the shooting range, but then I remembered that I can't shoot.
Right.
So she said, let's go get massages. And I'm saying, let's go get massages and then maybe see Batman. But we're watching Daphne. So it's like, can I do a 3-hour movie with Daphne and Ben at the house? Plus credits and drive-in and all that shit and a massage.
There's no like real after credit scene like that, but I mean, yeah, like
we got to get there early.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, dude, like if I were to tell you to go watch any movie right now, I would literally say go see the Batman. It was that good. There's a scene in the beginning.
Any movie of all time?
Yeah.
Or just like what's out right now?
Like any movie that came out within the past 5 years, I would say. I think Endgame was like the last movie where I was like, oh my God. But even then, dude, it didn't feel like a superhero movie at all. And I think that's why I liked it so much. Like, right. It wasn't like, oh, like fucking they're fighting through galaxies and shit like that. It's like preposterous to like, but this one felt so real, dude. Like it felt like it was a crime movie, and this dude was just out to like fucking just take down like all the fucking criminals of Gotham because of how bad Gotham's gotten. And also the thing is, this Gotham in this movie is the darkest Gotham. Like, dude, this is what I told Reed, and Reed said this to me too. It was like watching a comic book of the Batman from like when like early days of Batman. And it was perfect, dude. It was a perfect movie.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Like I could not recommend. I know I recommend you a lot of movies, but this is like the number one. I was like, dude,
you recommend me so many. You recommend me so many movies, and I say, okay, I'll try. Or like, okay, I'll do it. But I haven't watched I've watched maybe a few movies that you recommended actually. I think Hacksaw Ridge you recommended me, and you recommended me another war movie that I think I watched.
Was it Saving Private Ryan?
No. You know what? I watched 1913, which you didn't recommend.
Oh yeah, 1917.
Yeah. That's the first person one. That was all right. But you recommended Hacksaw Ridge, and that one slapped. So
yeah, Hacksaw Ridge was a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm telling you, go see this movie. Like you will be fucking blown away. And also, obviously, maybe Stony Baloney before, but
oh, dude, 100%.
Well, dude, it happened to me when I went to see Black Widow, and like the opening credit scene almost had me in tears. It was that powerful. It was just like, I don't know if you've seen Black Widow, but the opening scene is like it's her and her sister are like probably 6 or 7 years old, and their dad, I guess, is like a Russian spy, and they're living in the United States, and he comes home from work and just like immediately goes to the fridge or freezer, takes out a bottle of vodka, slams like 3 shots, slams it down, and then sits down at dinner and pretends to like be fine. And then his wife looks at him and goes, how bad is it? And he goes, like nods at her to come talk to him in the hallway. And she just goes, how long do we have? And he's like, an hour at max. So then he goes over to the girls and he's like, hey girls, remember that vacation I told you we were always going to go on? Like, now's the time. Like, let's go grab your things. And they're like rushing to move out of the house. They get in the car and they start driving away, like trying to like blend in, be normal, not just like screech out of their shit or whatever. They drive by a cop car sitting on the corner, and they're like stopping cars, like apparently looking for this guy. And they're like driving away, and then they realize the cops are like, they get to this hangar with their plane, and then they realize the cops are like pulling in. And so he starts like pulling out this fucking, like pulling the thing off the plane and like moving all the shit away, gets the kids in the fucking plane. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And like starts pushing them out. And I forget like what his superhero name is or whatever, but he was like a super soldier. He's like a Russian super soldier, which is what Captain America is. So he's like obviously like dumb strong. And fucking like they're like flying off the runway or whatever. Dad's like hanging onto the wing. They're getting shot at and stuff. The mom gets shot in the chest while she's flying the plane, and they just barely escape. And then they land in like Russia or whatever, and like the big Russian general greets them, and then they take the kids away and put them into like the assassination program, so they become assassins. And then it just goes into like this like Black Widow like flickering like the intro, like the Marvel intro, and I'm sitting there like fucking stoned out of my mind, just like.
You said it was assassination program, and I thought they were getting assassinated.
Oh no. It's Black Widow, bro. You can't kill her. I mean, obviously you can, because she dies in Endgame, but yeah, dude. And I just remember like there was a scene, bro, where they're driving away from the house, and it just pans to like a side view of the car, and behind them is like a huge high school football stadium at night, all lit up, and you can hear the crowd, but like the family's all like calm and stuff in the car, and it just gave me fucking chills, bro. It was wild.
Maybe I'll have to see that one.
It was good. I mean, the movie was good. It wasn't anything like not even close to how good the Batman was, but it was an all right movie. It was just that opening credit scene. I was like, dude. And then it was like, it showed like a Black Widow, and it would like flip, like tiles would flip and like show like the names of the actors and stuff. And it was playing that one Rolling Stone song. What is it? Or it might have been Nirvana. It was either a Nirvana or Rolling Stone song, but it fits so well, dude. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, my hair. I don't remember. But... no, that would be the worst fucking. I think it was a Nirvana song, but there's also a Nirvana song in the Batman. It's just like, oh, dude, it's just like the dark, like stories like that hit me so good. I fucking love it.
All right, the Batman, go see it.
That's my review.
Near you. Dude, I had a thought last night when I took a leak. Yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I made steak, asparagus, and scallops, right?
Oh, dude, that looked fucking bomb, bro.
It was, bro. I thought that I overcooked it, right? And I put a thermometer in. We got a thermometer. Like we had one sent to us, and so I was like, all right, let me check it out. And it said it was like over 150. And I was like, it's a little bit more. It said medium was 145. So that's what I was shooting for. So then I was like, all right, let me take this off the grill. But then we'll cut into it, and it was beautiful. It was like medium rare, like definitely wasn't rare, but it was medium rare, dude. It was fucking mint. The scallops went hard. They were like pre-seasoned with Old Bay. The asparagus slept, and I literally just threw it all on the grill. Like for Christmas, Cassandra got me like a grill tray for veggies, so I cooked the asparagus on that. The scallops in a little tin foil just sitting on the grill.
Dude, there's nothing better than a good old fucking surf and turf.
I know. I
don't know why it goes so well together, but like steak and scallops or steak and shrimp, just a little bit of garlic, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Fire me up.
But anyway, my piss stunk. So
from the asparagus?
Yeah. So I'm taking a leak and I could smell it, and I'm like, I was like, I wonder if people that have pee fetishes like regular pee or like stinky asparagus pee. Like, is that sexy? It's probably like, ooh, let's eat asparagus and then you could pee on me, baby.
That's for special occasions. That's like a Valentine's Day thing for people who like.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, we're having asparagus tonight.
You know, it just like randomly popped into my mind. I don't know why. But that scene from Rick and Morty, the dragon episode, where they're like down in the caverns or whatever.
Oh, yeah, because they're slut dragons.
Yeah, the old guy comes out and he goes, Shadow Jacka, you haven't come out of your masturbation cave in eons.
He'd come out for some asparagus pee, though.
Yeah, I like to fuck woolly mammoths. Like, shut up, you're the only one that fucks that thing. At least I don't like shit play. Dude, that's a fucking classic episode.
It is. There's so many good Rick and Morty episodes.
Did you see season 6 might be coming out this summer, which would be fucking dope?
Dude,
that's a 1 year turnaround for Rick and Morty.
That doesn't happen.
That does not happen, dude. They must be stacking episodes like crazy. I bet you they're like two seasons deep at least.
They might be.
Because that last episode, they definitely set it up for like the main story to keep going. Remember that when we watched the finale?
No, how did it end?
It was, remember, with Evil Morty escaping?
No, I'll have to go back.
Oh, dude, it was
because you said that you were only watching these episodes one at a time, and then you're gonna binge the whole thing. And I was like, that's probably a good idea. But then I never binged the whole thing.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've seen it then, huh?
Yeah.
Because you were down here when we watched the finale.
Yeah. And zooted, so
yeah, they're on Hulu now, so you can binge them, which is nice. But oh, dude, the finale is fucking awesome. It does like a lot of like, yeah, but the ending of that season was like, dude, what? It's like they can do anything now.
All right, I'm gonna have to run it back from the top.
Run it back, Turbo.
Running back. I used to play running back.
Yo, you know what I got to tell you?
What's that? Nice cock. Thank you, buddy. I had another thought last night. I had to check the notes on my phone because I forget them, but I was like, this is something I actually want to talk about. How fried is the ideal amount of fried to get a good night's sleep? Because if I don't get high enough, then my brain wanders and I'm like energetic high. Like that's not good. So, but do I want to smoke myself into a coma? Probably not. I'm probably gonna have a shitty sleep like overall, right? Or I'm gonna wake up still high. I don't want to do that either. But how high is the ideal amount of high where you'll go to sleep like within a half hour and your body will like stay asleep for like a decent amount of the night? I need Harvard like medicine to do a study.
Dude, imagine they just like come out with like sleep gummies where it's like melatonin, but it's THC and it's like the perfect amount for.
They probably have it for CBD.
Yeah,
I bet
but
you
CBD
there's fucking
doesn't work,
CBD
dude.
sleep pills.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't work to people that like
smoke weed.
Smoke weed to like sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Melatonin works for me, but sometimes it makes me too like I'll wake up still really tired. Like
yeah.
I'd rather just be normal tired if I'm not going to bed early than take a melatonin and want to sleep for another 12 hours.
Right. Yeah, the melatonin doesn't really do shit for Lex. So sometimes she does the edible before bed. That usually does the trick.
Yeah, that'll do the trick.
Love me some good edible. I need to get more on the edible train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The ones that I got in Colorado were just so expensive, dude. They were good, but they were so expensive.
Yeah. Wig and I saw this Saturday I went to Wig's after work, and then we went to there was like a St. Patty's Day parade in his town. And dude, first of all, it was so easy to walk to. Like right out his backyard is like a shopping complex, and then like right next to that shopping complex is like downtown and like all like the in-town streets. Dude, it was like we walked 5 minutes and we were at like the back of the parade, like where it was starting, and we just walked another like 10 or 15 minutes and we made it all the way down to like the heart of the city where they had like this tent where it's like you buy a ticket and then you go get beers with the ticket. So but before we left, we took these 50 milligram edibles. Like, I don't even know if they did anything for me.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, bro, like you got to make a trip to a dispensary and just like load up on edibles, because the real ones that I was the same way, dude. I was taking like 150 milligram edibles and I wouldn't feel anything. But these ones that I got were 5 milligrams a piece. It came of 25 and there were 5 each. And Maggie and I would take one and it was the best high I've ever had.
Really?
Like, dude,
because I've gotten edibles from Cali and like they never do shit. Like from dispensaries in Cali, they never do shit to me.
Maybe it's just like your tolerance to like your digestive system or something.
I think it is just my tolerance. Because I had the ones from Cali, they were 5 milligrams each. I think 10 came in a thing. And I took like 40 milligrams before Thanksgiving one year. And I was like perfect, dude. Like I was chilling. Like I was not too fried. Like I was like still like having beers and like socializing and stuff. It's not like I was zooted sitting on the couch like a zombie, Rob Zombie in this bitch.
Right.
Like I was just like normal Kenny and a little bit baked. I wasn't even like real baked, just a little baked. And then before
that's what I like with an edible though, dude. Like that's the high I want to have when I take an edible. Like I don't want to be, I don't know, dude. It's like being too high.
It doesn't matter to me. I like being real high when I don't have shit to do. If I'm out or like if I'm with family, like I'd rather just be a little high.
See, I'm like the opposite, dude. I get too high and I like have fucking nervous breakdowns and shit. But if I'm just like a perfect like little amount of stoned and I'm feeling good, then it's the best time of my life.
Yeah, sometimes I get high and I have like panic attacks.
I'm
like when I get like real high.
It's weird for me, dude. Yeah, dude. It's like when I know that I smoke too much, like, and I know I can feel like a nervous, like I just start thinking about like all like the bad shit. You know what I mean? Like not even the bad shit. I just make myself like not paranoid, like stressed about things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I normally
dude.
would.
You're like thinking, you're stressing about things that you normally wouldn't be, and it's like almost like things that it's like worry and like paranoia. It's like these aren't things that are currently issues, but these are things that I could see maybe becoming issues, or like
yeah, dude,
like
that's exactly
thinking
what
about
it is.
And it's just like, okay, maybe I should think like in the other direction.
Right. And when I'm going through that, I can't like I have to just wait until I sober up. Like I can't just be like, oh, all right.
See, I know. So like I'm taking this new job, right? And it's in like sustainability and stuff. And like one thought that I've had multiple times, like laying in bed, is like, I don't want this to be like a fucking like I think it's gonna happen. But and I hate it, is there's gonna be like social scores that are gonna be like credit scores and stuff, right? They're already doing it in China, but I think they're gonna do it and like centered around like sustainability and ESG. I was listening to this podcast the other day.
What is it? What's a social score though?
So this dude that was on this podcast, actually, he was talking about doing it like companies will get scores for like their emissions and stuff like that. But most emissions that a company has comes from their like production, or like their what do you call it? Their like supply chain. Like everything before then is like okay,
manufacturing,
right? Like everything that you buy from those people have crazy emissions. Maybe you personally don't, but like you're buying from everyone who does have crazy emissions, and they're gonna look at that, like who your suppliers are, and it's gonna go even deeper into like people that are having. If you don't have some kind of like rigorous controls in place to say like we don't have any like slave labor, right? Then it's like, okay, you possibly have slave labor if you're not distinctly saying that you don't. And now this other client is using, or this other, company is getting product from this company that may or may not use slave labor, or like maybe they're known to in the past, and that would like negatively affect their score. So then maybe other companies don't want to do business with them. And it just seems like real shady, and it seems like an elitist type thing to me. Like, I think it's going to hold people back. I think it adds more like barriers to entry, I think, to bigger industries. And you look at China, they have social scores where it's like directly connected to you and like what you do and shit like that, and like what you do online, because it's China, so they can monitor all that shit. I saw this one dude said like one thing negative about the Chinese government, and they like suspended his account. He couldn't take money out. He couldn't buy train tickets. He fucking couldn't do shit for a week because they locked his account.
I mean, yeah, they're also fucking communists, dude. So.
Right. Dude, America's not too far away, right?
That's true.
And if you look at like, I mean, look, I'm a little conspiracy theorist, but maybe we're gonna look back at this episode in 20 years and be like, damn, Kenny, you're onto something. But I think that there's like a legitimately like elitist like class in the world, right? That is almost running all the countries. You're almost like a UN type thing, but they're low key running all the countries. Dude,
that's not even a theory, bro.
And then it's like this is going to be implemented amongst corporations, and politicians and corporations are all in bed together, and it's all just to kind of like help your buddies like one up each other. And I don't know. It's just everything feels fishy to me. So anyway, yeah. I'm like getting baked, and I'm having these thoughts that like I'm fucking gonna be working for something I'm gonna end up fucking hating like what it's actually used for. Like, right? I like the idea of companies disclosing their greenhouse gases, disclosing their emissions, so that people that want to invest in them can say, okay, you know what? Here's a company who's always doing the right thing. They're cutting back on emissions, like they're moving to solar or some kind of other green energy, right? Like that's the kind of company that I want to support. And right. I think also if we want to make our world last past like 2100, we're going to need to our corporations. Like everybody says, me as a common person what fucking difference am I gonna make, right? Like all the time you see like fucking oil leaks in the Amazon. You're like, yeah, but make sure you use a not plastic straw, right?
Yeah.
And like it's true, dude. Like the mass like emissions, like yeah, like in your day to day, you can cut back, and like I try to, but I don't fucking kill myself about it because I could be the perfect fucking.
But that's not the main cause of the emissions, dude.
Right. So
It's the
I'm
fucking
still gonna
millions
keep
of
living
cruise
my
ships
life.
and
Yeah, it's the cruise ships. That's
cruise
for sure.
ships, the fucking millionaires and billionaires taking 15 private jet flights every single fucking day.
Yeah.
But we're told to not use plastic straws when we can.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like, dude, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a better solution, like, I don't mind. I don't give a fuck using a paper straw. Like, drinking something, it's not gonna fucking like ruin my life if I have to use something else. And obviously,
use a straw.
Honestly, dude, straws don't even need to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like drinking through a straw because it's easier, but like, you don't need it, bro. It's a fucking
just slug it. I'm not gonna put a straw in this Miller.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put a straw in really anything unless it's like iced coffee or like a McDonald's drink.
Yeah, I put a straw in my iced coffee today. But yeah, so I've had these thoughts where it's like, am I going to be working for something that eventually leads into a system that I absolutely despise and is like low-key evil in my own mind, and I get like paranoid and like I get anxiety about my future, but it's like I'm creating problems that aren't there, and I'm just kind of like overthinking the future. And then I go, okay, but like I know that, like I realize that, like this is like always like while I'm laying in bed and I'm high, my brain wanders, but I know that it's me like creating this kind of paranoia and anxiety about the future, and I tell myself that, and then I'm able to also be like, okay, so now let's think about it from the other side. And then I'll be like, you're moving into this new space that's brand new. You're going to be one of the first 120 or 150 employees at Deloitte, which is the world's fucking best professional services firm, unbiased opinion by far. Like, and in this like new space where there's going to be regulation coming out, so like no matter what, you're getting this like really cool exposure that's coming to SEC reporting that other people aren't getting, and it's a good opportunity to kind of almost like be like an SME, subject matter expert, like in that field, right? And that would open up so many different things going down the line. And like Burton, they're really good with their like sustainability shit. So like they've had a chief sustainability officer for years. They're always fucking trying to do shit. And so I would love to go work for Burton, dude. And so it's like this would be a great like kind of beginning of the rest of my career in this field, and I can just diddy bob around. And I'm like, okay, I hate it, right? 4 years, 2, 3, 4 years go by, I hate it. I have this experience, and I have my accounting experience and my CPA that I can lean back on. I'll just go fucking find a new job somewhere else. I'm probably not going to go back into audit because like fuck that shit, gotta work too much. But like I could pivot to a new company, and I'd get a raise when I move.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to say. I was like, dude, you got to think like, it's not like you're going to be working in that same position long enough to see like I feel like it would have to take at least 20 to 25 years to really see like what you talked about change into like a reality. You know what I mean? Like that's not something that can just happen overnight. Also, but also on the other end, it's like,
they can move
quick. Yeah. No, I don't know, dude. Like I get it. Like I try to cut back on all my shit when I can, and like I'm all for saving the planet and stuff just because it's like it's our home, dude. We don't have another one. Like obviously there's a chance we find another planet, but like we're not getting on that ship.
No.
Our kids aren't getting on that ship.
They might.
It's gonna be all the elitist people, dude. There's no way they transport all the fucking humans on planet Earth.
That's
They're
true.
just gonna be like, let's get rid of the ones we don't need, and then we'll just continue through our lineage because we're elitist and we're rich.
You think they're gonna bring any black people, or you think it's gonna be a race thing?
I don't know. There do be some racist ass politicians.
Yeah, all the old heads.
But hopefully, I'm hoping within like 10 years, like I think
I think the next 10 years is crazy pivotal. Pivotal.
Yeah, I think the whole old white politician thing, like a lot of people are starting to realize, we're stuck in 1600. Like, what the fuck are we doing? So, like, for example, dude, Ukraine's president, I think a lot of people are like, oh shit, like he's a young president. Like He's being really progressive, and like a lot of people like him. Like it's
Ukraine's
working for him.
president is an actor.
Ukraine's?
Yeah, he was an actor, and he put out a movie about him being some regular guy becoming president. He literally made a movie about him becoming president, and then became president. And he's like in bed with like Hunter Biden doing all his Ukraine shit, and it's like the Biden like administration like helped him get that position, dude. I'm telling you, it's all connected, and call me conspiracy theorist, whatever. It's all connected, and it's not by chance.
Yeah, I don't think any of it is, dude. I think we're at a point in humanity where there's no like opening for that type of shit for the common folk.
Nah.
Like the gap between the common folk and fucking billionaires and elitists and shit like that
is Donald Trump,
massive,
the common fucking folk who became a billionaire who said, I'm gonna start doing this shit a different way. But it's like, I don't fucking want him running this shit either.
Yeah, dude. Let's have a decent common folk. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I will say this, dude. Listen, me, like I wasn't about Donald Trump at all for the past fucking like 8 years or however long he's been trying to do this shit. When he was in office, I was like, dude, you're an asshole. Like, but god damn, dude, he's doing better than Joe Biden.
Oh
like,
yeah, without a doubt, bro.
It's so bad right now, dude. And I've kind of realized like I would much rather take a few mean tweets on Twitter over what Joe Biden's doing now. Like,
yeah,
he's fucking our shit up, dude.
Yeah, I think Donald Trump, was a solid. I think some of his policies were a little like strong arm, and people didn't like that, and like he's an asshole, and people didn't like that. Like he wasn't a likable dude.
No,
but I think some of the shit that he did as a president was not the worst.
Yeah, dude.
He was just an asshole, and nobody liked him like personally. But you don't have to get beers with your president.
That's facts. I've said this for a while, dude. I think Bernie Sanders is like the perfect mix of like good person and like common folk type of person.
Yeah.
Like I like a lot of his policies, even though people say, oh, it's socialism, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you can't really define socialism in today's modern age. There's so many different things going on and so many different like aspects of politics where it's like, he's not trying to have the government take over the entire country and run everything, dude. He's just pointing out like the fucking extra nasty capitalism that we've allowed ourselves to get into and the greed and all this shit. And he wants to dismantle it because it's not right. And I agree, dude. I think there's too many people on the earth to have that much of a gap between somebody making a normal living wage and somebody bringing in fucking billions of dollars off of pretty much slave labor.
Oh, dude, and it's so fucked. Like
it's so fucked, dude.
And like you're gonna tell me right now, like whatever minimum wage is, you can't live off of that.
No, you can't, dude. Minimum wage in North Carolina is still $7 an hour. Gas right now is almost $5 an hour.
Yeah,
$5 a gallon.
I know. Minimum wage isn't really made for people. Like minimum wage is made to be entry level. So I understand, but like sometimes you're in a predicament where you're got to be a fucking single mother and you got to work a minimum wage job because it's all you can get.
Right, dude. And also it's not even that. I think we just have so many people that are working these entry level jobs now where it's like fucking up our economy because we have all these people not making enough money, but they're also working 40 hours a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. It's like, okay, you're not making enough money to go out and spend money. All you're doing is like working and feeding your family, and like that's
you're working to barely live.
You're only putting that money back into fucking like the gas station,
bills
ShopRite
and shit like that, right? And
you're not going to fucking the movie theater, local movie theater. You're not going down to the mom and pop breakfast shop on Saturday. You're right. Like you're not going to fucking, I don't know, go. I guess maybe you do get a haircut. Not if you're me. You just look like a ragamuffin.
Hey, listen, I was saying my last haircut was October, so I don't be getting a lot of them shits. But what was I gonna say? Oh, dude, it's just like even with like big pharma, it's like when you realize like he wants to pretty much dismantle what big pharma is doing. If you look at every other country, pretty much, not every other obviously, but like a majority of like European countries, like their healthcare and like the way they get medicine and stuff, like, dude, nobody should be paying $600 for insulin.
Yeah,
people are just born with diabetes and you're making them pay $600 for insulin because you're pretty much killing people because you want more money.
Yeah,
when you already have trillions of dollars.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like the patent system, dude. It's fucked up, and it's all about money. It's all about business.
Yeah, and Bernie Sanders is sitting here calling all this shit out, being like, "Yo, we need to fix all this," and he's like, "Ah, you're a socialist. You just want to fucking."
Also, they have free education. And
could you imagine, dude?
Spain. So like I know Spain because I've done some business in Spain. Hell, is it like I'm like a scholar, like a
Flex.
traveled businessman?
Just like slight flex.
Yeah, but so I've done a little bit of business in Spain, so I know what the culture there is like a little bit. Their education is free. You can stay in school for fucking 50,000 years, education free.
Not spend a dime.
So you know what it costs you to get your doctorate degree? Nothing. You just fucking go to school and you just keep going to school, and it's like, so everybody goes to college because it's free. Not everybody, but a lot of people go to college because it's free. So now you have all these people that have some sort of a skill with an undergrad degree. And then because so many of them have that, a lot of people will just be, okay, well, let me continue and get my master's. And that almost becomes like the standard undergrad, right? And your undergrad almost becomes like a high school extended, right? And then, okay, now all these people have masters, and then it's like, okay, school is still free. Let me become a doctor. And now I'm a doctor, but I'm not a doctor with $500,000 in student debt. So I don't have to charge you a shit ton of money to come and sit in my office for 45 minutes so I can see you for 5 and say, maybe you come back later.
Exactly, dude. And also it like gives people an initiative and a motive to become educated. And why is having more educated people in your society a bad thing? Like, obviously it's not looked at as a bad thing anywhere, but why would you not want that? You know what I mean? Like the United States, like,
because too many people are not looking out for other people. They only give a fuck about themselves. They only give a fuck about advancing themselves.
Dude, capitalism is the fucking, I don't care. Like I will catch shit for this, but it's the worst thing ever, dude. It makes so many people so greedy, and like corporations and businesses just only care about making money and not anything. Like money is not, obviously it's like a big like key thing in people's lives, but it's not the only thing that exists, dude. And that's the way it feels in America.
It sparks innovation and it leaves a pathway for entrepreneurs, and it does leave a way for people who don't have much to really become something, right?
But there are good things to capitalism, but what's the percentage of people actually doing that compared to like the total population of our country? Like 2%, dude. It's probably so low.
It's blown up over the past however many years. Like I think that number is going to change a lot, and I think there's a lot of people that are having side hustles, being their own boss, like doing fucking online sales through Amazon, right? You're selling fucking, I don't know, you're fucking going to the gym and you're selling protein powders and shit like that. I see chicks doing that sometimes, or you're selling makeup or something like that, right? And like there's this girl that lives near where my parents grew up. My sister used to play soccer with her sister. She like creates designs and prints and shit, and she works on a horse farm, and she has a flower shop. Like she's doing all that like just like through social media, but just like on her own. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's not really a result of capitalism and like overall greed. I was gonna but say, also if you're living in a communist country, you have to your job is your job,
right? You don't really have a choice,
right? You don't have the ability to sell shit online and be a fucking only. But
like that's the extreme, dude. That's like the ultimate extreme. Like you can't just go from like capitalism is obviously like freedom, right? Like you pretty much have the freedom to do whatever you want and make as much money as you want. And communism is the complete opposite. Like you do what you're told, you make a certain amount of money, you do your job is your job, what you just said. Like there's got to be a happy medium, dude. Like okay, like let's have our freedoms and stuff, do what we want, but also let's not get fucking so greedy where we're pretty much turning people down for cancer treatment because they can't afford $600,000 for chemotherapy.
Yeah. Or they're fucking handicapped for the rest of their life, because not like physically handicapped, but like financially handicapped for the rest of their life because they leave the hospital with these outrageous fucking hospital bills.
Yeah, dude, you can't take an ambulance without spending 20 grand. Like what?
Dude, I know. Worst day ever was getting an ambulance bill. Yeah. I was blacked out. I didn't even consent. I did not consent to this ambulance.
Ambulance. Yeah, it's fucked, dude. But I'm just like, and it's like, there's just like no hope in politics. Like anytime I hear someone like in a position of power speak where like they're already in power or like some of their, I'm just like, dude, it's just the same shit every 4 years. And that's why, like, dude, my grandparents got so mad at me for not voting in the Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton election. And I was like, dude, there's no option for me. I don't even have a third option. Like, I'm either stuck with this bozo or this fucking asshole, and I'm like, I don't want
bozo or asshole. So
yeah. So it's not like there's a third party where I could be like, all right, well, they're like, at least they're better than these two. It's one or the other. And it's like, whoever, dude, we're dividing the country through this system that we have, and it's 100%, not working.
100%.
Especially with like social media and where everyone has a voice now. It's like everyone sees the division way more clearly than they ever did because it's just available at your fingertips.
Yeah. We really need like a solid third, fourth, and fifth party to step up. But the problem is funding, dude. Like the Democratic and Republican parties, they get crazy corporate funding. Like
because of capitalism. Like this one's fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Like, hey, if this dude makes president, then he can help me fuck off harder.
Dude, when Donald Trump was like running for president, one of his main things was like, oh, I'm paying for my campaign myself. Like that's what, dude? That shouldn't be like something to brag about. You know what I mean?
Everybody should do that.
There should be no corporate funding or lobbying, and there should be at least like 10 people to pick from every 4 years as your president.
Yeah, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing with just like generally like corporate lobbying and fucking people in politics are fucking also like in the stock market making stupid fucking bread off of it. Like they're just gonna put policies in place that help them make more money. It's disgusting.
Well, dude, that's like.
But Calvin really gets suspended a fucking year.
I was just gonna say that, dude. Tell me how that's not like he gets suspended a year from his job where he plays a sport. He
wasn't even playing, dude. He literally said, I'm not a part of this. And it's not like he wasn't going to practice, right? He got no insider information.
And every politician is an insider with information. Like they're making the laws where they're all right, I'm gonna fucking bank off of this corporation or business in the stock market because I know what's about to happen because I made the law. The fuck?
I want to make the laws.
Here's my law. There's no laws. Just go fucking wild.
Okay.
Maybe we do need like a yearly purge where it's like 12 hours of just whatever the fuck you want. Get it out of your system.
All right, but give me some time to fucking board out my house because I got nothing to get out of my system and I just want to stay safe and get high.
You would if there was a purge, you wouldn't go out and just be like, ooh, what's this about?
Fuck no, dude. I'm not catching a stray. I'm not having that random person who's like, you know what? It has been a rough year. I'm wilding the fuck out. And he's running at me with a fucking axe. And I got to fight this man with an axe. And I got nothing.
Oh, I guess, I'm fucking.
Yeah, I guess if it's the purge, I'll go out strapped. I'm not taking Ben for a walk.
Strapped, dude. I'm investing half my paycheck into the gnarliest Batman suit there is and going out and fucking being vengeance. Are you kidding me? And I might stop at like a Lamborghini dealership and be like, yo, I'm going to take one of these real quick. But.
That's true. Oh, how was your
my Batmobile? That's a free Batmobile, dude. Painted it black. Dude, were you wearing a bat suit? Yeah, they call me Vengeance in the streets, but only one time a year. Like, I'm a real nice guy.
Outside of that.
Yeah. Outside of that, though, don't let me catch you lacking. I see you trying to buy an eighth off of your dealer. I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
I'm just trying to get high for the purge. Nope. Not in this town.
Dude, I would love to just get high on my balcony and watch the purge. As soon as you see like some fucking shots pop off on your street, you're just like, oh fuck, this shit's real.
I don't think it would be enough.
What do you mean?
To calm society.
No, I think it would, dude, because everyone would just be like, all right, I'm not gonna get arrested, I'm not gonna get in any trouble. And this one night a year, I'm just gonna go out and fucking do what I really need to do. Like if I need to go rob 50 grand, I'm gonna figure it out. But also like you're not just gonna be able to walk into a bank that's doors unlocked and be like, oh, let me in the vault. It's like whatever I want. Like you're probably gonna have to kill some people and steal that shit. Like
right. Is it worth it? Is the trauma worth the 50 G?
I'd probably just go to like the gas station, put like a fucking Laffy Taffy in my pocket and be like, not paying your 50 cents, you motherfucker. You were nasty to me last week when I was not even. I bet you they're like 5 cents.
Right now?
Right now with this clown in office, they're probably $6 a pop.
I'm still buying 2.
Both banana
flavored. I'm stealing them bitches. It's the purge. It's nasty. I'm the type of dude. It'd be purge season. I'd leave him a 20 on the counter
for your troubles.
Yeah. I know you guys are getting hella robbed, so he's a little extra.
Yeah, but like, dude, if I have a job, like I'm not gonna fucking work on purge night. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Fuck
no.
you. I don't have to go to work.
Nobody works on purge night.
I'm locking that bitch up and I'm going home.
I'm not even going to work.
No.
I'm staying home for fucking 3 days before that. just so I can, get ready myself.
And then there's probably like a week off after that because you got to do like city cleanup and shit.
And funerals.
Imagine that being your job, dude. Purge cleanup crew. Just throwing dead bodies over your shoulder. Like, fuck, Mike, my bad.
That might not be too shabby.
Probably get paid pretty well.
Yeah, you probably get paid bank and you'd work like a week cleaning up dead bodies and debris.
Yeah.
I'm not uninterested.
My interest has peaked.
All right, you want to get the fuck out of here? We've been talking for a hot minute.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. This was a fun episode. We had some good talks.
I got one more thing to say.
All right.
I've had this in my pod doc notes for a while. I got to get it off my chest.
All right.
Lex is the absolute fucking homie when it comes to my sports takes. No matter what it is, dude, she's on board quick. Leading up to the Super Bowl, it was like, everybody knows how much fucking Sean McVay's, I don't like him, right? Like, if you talk to me, I don't like Sean McVay. And Lex just like said something about like him being like a bitch with a small dick. It's like, hell yeah, Shawty.
Hell yeah, dude. Fire me up.
Like, talk shit on the people I'm talking shit on, dude. She's big homie, super ride or die. That's all.
Fucking awesome.
Just had to give Shawty a little shout out. This episode's gonna drop on Monday, so have a good week, you fucking idiots.
Should we plug our TikTok? We were talking about getting on TikTok at the beginning of this episode. Go follow us at Random Roommates on TikTok. We'll be posting some clips.
Yeah, and also tell a friend if you laughed at least once.
If you smiled,
you have to go tell a friend.
Yeah, and we'll give you a $5 referral.
Nope. Then you and your friend can come back and have laughs together.
I was gonna say your next laugh is on us.
Yeah. Next laugh's on us.
That's a fantastic slogan? Outro, dude. Yeah. Your next laugh's on us. See you next week. I don't know why that was like our outro music.
That's our drop. We gotta get back to drafts, I guess.
I know, dude. We've been slacking. Once we're done with busy season and I'm settled in, I've been fucking off my rocker busy.
Yeah. All right. You guys have a good week. Go make somebody happy.
See you next week. Praise.